Welcome one and all to a brand new series, the Up-Down Roll. I'm Bruce Threlkeld, the Gig Farmer, your host. This series, the Up-Down series, we're going to talk about something called the forward-backward roll. In order to do that, you have to have a real solid forward roll, which we worked on a lot in the last series, and you have to have a good backward roll. And you put them together, and you're going to come up with this 7-note roll to start off with, called the forward-backward roll. I like the term up and down because musically you're going up, and you get to the top there, and you come down. And that's exactly what we're going to work on today. We're going to start with an open G chord, of course, because when we're working on new right hand technique, we want to make the left hand easy or don't play it at all. Thumb is going to play the 3rd string open. Index finger will play the 2nd string open. Middle finger will play the 1st string open. Then the thumb comes back again but plays the 5th string. So let's try that just by itself. It'd be 3, 2, 1, 5, open G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just stop after that. Just a little 4-note exercise here. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. To that, we're going to add 3 more notes. Those notes are going to be the 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. And as you might guess, the 1st string is played by the middle finger, the 2nd string is played by the index finger, and then the 3rd string is played by the thumb again. Let's try all 7 of them. Here we go. On my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like when we started the easiest banjo roll in the last series, I'm only having you do 7 notes. Later on, we're going to add the 8th note just like we did in the first series as well. But for right now, we want to be sure we know where the 4 beat is, and when we're starting over, we're on the 1 beat. That's one of the toughest things about these rolls when people get them from the practice room to the jam room. They lose track of where the 1 beat is. And the 1 beat is often where we're changing chords. So in order to simplify that initially and get your fingers working in the right way, we're just going to play the 4 note as a quarter note, or you could call it an 8th note with an 8th note rest. So you have a little bit of a gap there. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Spend as much time as you need to get that under your fingers, and then we're going to go on to some chords. Recall in the first series that we used these partial chords, C and D, rather than making the full chords because we were only playing certain strings. With this up-down roll, we are playing 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3. So we have all the strings involved except for number 4. That might be a good thing because we don't have to worry about getting the middle finger up for the C chord. However, for our D chord, we're going to have to add a finger and play a full D7th chord. I've got my middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret and my index finger on the 2nd string 1st fret. And when I play the up down roll, it's going to sound like this. 2, 3, 4. The C chord can still remain the same because when we're playing a C chord, we leave the 3rd string open anyway. So C chord's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put them all together now. And I'm going to introduce yet a new song. I think it's a good idea to keep mixing up the songs because, for one, it keeps you from getting burned out on the same song, but it's also teaching you maybe some new songs that you didn't know, or these are common songs at a jam session. So it's good to have 3 or 4 songs ready when you go into your first jam. You can call out your tune and play it. And like I said earlier in one of the videos, have somebody else sing it because you're just working on backup rolling right now. Later on, as promised, we will get to melody playing and solos and breaks and all those other techniques. But for right now, we're going to learn Bury Me Beneath the Willow. It's another GCD song, which is good because we're in the key of G still, so we know G, C, and D are going to be major players in that key, and we can focus on this new roll with our right hand. Here's Bury Me Beneath the Willow. I'm going to play it at 35 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go ahead and rewind that if you need to. Work on it. You can work on it just with your metronome at 35 beats per minute or with your strum machine. I always advocate the strum machine once you kind of have the roll under your belt a little bit, under your fingers, to keep it real. So you're hearing the guitar, the bass, the mandolin, and that. Let's try it a little bit faster. We're going to go to 40 beats a minute and see what that sounds like. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So there it is, part 1 of the up-down roll. It might take you a little while to get this under your fingers, but you'll manage with a little bit of practice. In part 2, we're going to take this a step further. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in.